Thank you very much for the proposals, Commissioner. It's good news. As other people have said, the devil is in the detail, and where we end up at the end of this, we'll see. But it's definitely a good start. One thing that's for definite, we need something to change if we want people to stay in farming. People need to be able to get a price for their produce. I think this will go some way to helping it. And actually, in the last 24 hours, when it comes to fair distribution of subsidies, I've heard positive news as well about the idea that potentially we won't be paying people for what they were doing 27 years ago. I hear positive news about people being paid for public goods. So if everything that we're talking about comes to fruition, we might see possibly that people will be able to stay in farming. Things like unilateral changes in contracts, late payments, are basically designed to crush farmers and to put them in their place. And currently we have a situation where we have David versus Goliath, and I'm hoping that what we're doing here today will put a little stone and a little slingshot into David's hands so we can take down Goliath and maybe equal this up a little bit. But as was said, the devil is in the detail. And just to take up what was said by the last speaker, I'm just wondering why we have gone for the mechanism that we have. And when I say that, I mean why have we gone for a directive rather than a regulation? And Ms Muller last explained maybe that it might be easier to do it, to work it out at a national level. I'm just wondering what's your thinking behind this, because you've previously said that fragmented legislation already in place is ineffective. I'm just wondering why go for a directive rather than a regulation. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just curious, what's the logic behind it, and do you think it might have been stronger going another route? But well done so far, and I don't think you'd ever thought you'd have heard that out of my mouth.
Well,
thank you for agreeing with me at last.
thank you very much. And you'll be noticing the smiles around the room that my colleague Mr Flanagan actually half complimented the Commissioner, something that's never happened before in here.